The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows over the abandoned town of Hollow Creek. The group of friends, Mark, Lisa, Danny, and Sarah, stood at the entrance, their curiosity piqued by the tales of the ghost town that wasn't as deserted as it seemed. "Come on, guys, it's just an old town," Mark said, trying to sound brave. "What's the worst that could happen?" Lisa rolled her eyes. "Famous last words, Mark." Danny and Sarah exchanged nervous glances but followed their friends into the town. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the silence was almost deafening. They walked past dilapidated buildings, their windows shattered and doors hanging off hinges. "This place gives me the creeps," Sarah whispered, clutching Danny's arm. "Let's just find the old hotel and get this over with," Danny replied, trying to mask his own unease. They reached the Hollow Creek Hotel, its sign barely hanging on by a single rusted chain. As they stepped inside, the floorboards creaked under their weight. Dust motes danced in the beams of their flashlights, and the air was musty and stale. "Look at this place," Lisa said, her voice echoing in the empty lobby. "It's like time just stopped." Mark moved towards the reception desk, his flashlight illuminating a ledger covered in dust. He blew on it, revealing the last entry dated over 50 years ago. "Weird," he muttered. "It's like everyone just up and left." Suddenly, a loud bang echoed through the lobby, making them all jump. "What was that?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling. "Probably just the wind," Mark said, though he didn't sound convinced. They ventured further into the hotel, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. As they turned a corner, they saw a figure standing at the end of the hallway. It was a woman in a tattered dress, her back to them. "Hello!" Lisa called out, but the woman didn't respond. "Maybe she needs help," Danny suggested, though he didn't move any closer. The woman slowly turned around, revealing a face that was pale and gaunt, her eyes hollow and empty. She opened her mouth to speak, but no sound came out. Instead, she pointed towards a door at the end of the hall. "I don't like this," Sarah said, backing away. "We have to see what she wants," Mark insisted, moving towards the door. Reluctantly, the others followed. Mark pushed the door open, revealing a room filled with old photographs and newspaper clippings. The walls were covered in articles about the town's sudden abandonment and mysterious disappearances. "Look at this," Lisa said, picking up a photograph. It showed a group of people standing in front of the hotel, their faces eerily similar to the friends. "This is too weird," Danny said, flipping through the clippings. "It's like they knew we'd come here." Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them, and the room grew cold. The friends huddled together, their breath visible in the frigid air. The woman appeared again, this time inside the room with them. "Why are you here?" she asked, her voice a ghostly whisper. "We just wanted to see the town," Mark stammered. "You shouldn't have come," she replied. "Now you can never leave." The friends felt a chill run down their spines as the woman's form began to flicker and fade. The room around them started to change, the walls closing in and the air growing thicker. "We have to get out of here!" Danny shouted, but the door wouldn't budge. The woman's voice echoed in their minds. "Hollow Creek is a place of shadows. Once you enter, you become part of it." The friends watched in horror as their reflections in the photographs began to move, their faces twisted in fear. They realized with growing dread that they were becoming part of the town's history, trapped in a never-ending cycle of terror. As the room continued to close in around them, the friends screamed, their voices merging with the echoes of those who had come before them. Hollow Creek had claimed new victims, and the town remained, waiting for the next curious souls to wander in. The sun rose over Hollow Creek, casting long, eerie shadows over the abandoned town. The group of friends was nowhere to be seen, their presence now just another ghostly whisper in the wind. The town waited, silent and still, for the next visitors to arrive.